Hello guys, Shay here. Today I'm bringing you guys another video about the 21 Pilots possible comeback from the hiatus. And it's the 28th, it's 7:30 where I live, Western time, not Western, Pacific time. And there are a lot of theories talking about the 29th, about 21 Pilots coming back. Some people have been saying the 29th, the 30th, probably the anniversary of Blurryface. A lot of people are speculating different dates, but so far we have had absolutely nothing since the website update. Shout out to Virginia Pilots. I don't know if this is the exact source, but I'll link the tweet. It's pretty much a whole description of what's happening and possible, what might happen. And so on the first page of this slideshow, it mentions how at the basement, people heard pilot dialogue. And then at the Newport, there was a screen that said wait underscore, which was, it said that 14 times. It mentions the start of the hiatus about the I and the backwards lyrics and I closing. And then next it goes into Dema, where Josh accepted his award, and pretty much what happened was he apologized for Tyler's absence and then says he is severing ties with Dema. And that night, pretty much someone connected Dema with a Tower of Silence, which people figured out what Dema and Tower of Silence were. Blurryface liked the tweet and then unliked it like the same day, which I was there when it was liked and I could not believe what I was seeing. But no one really knew what to do from there. We now get what the Tower of Silence looks like. Tower of Silence is a circular ray structure built by I'm not reading that. It's pretty much a Middle Eastern religion. And what would happen is dead bodies would be eaten by birds and vultures and pretty much until there's just bones. A little bit more information about the Tower of Silence here if you guys would like to read that. It says July 21st, 2018. That's obviously a typo. It was in fact August. Which this is something actually odd. It actually happened on the 20th, right after the 19th. I haven't really mentioned this, but if you look at the GIF and go to it and look at the info, it was actually uploaded 20th. And my belief is that it came out during 20th, right after the 19th, with that whole theory. But who knows? It shows the code there, and people pretty much find the website about the you're in violation, blah blah blah. You enter in the violation code. It shows all the images that we've all seen before. Talks about the first image and how it's a Blurryface album cover, and if you rotate the east is up, it connects some of the lyrics, which is it's so coincidental. It's so weird. I don't understand. And then people also figured out that the violation code is in fact the Blurryface album art. If you don't know, the patterns each represent a song, and if you connect the patterns on the Blurryface album cover, put them in order, you actually get the violation code, which is kind of insane. It shows the picture of the birds, and so this is something people figured out, that Clancy actually means red-haired soldier's son. If you guys don't remember, Josh, which this also is on Josh's birthday, this the Clancy letter corresponds to Josh's birthday, and then pretty much Clancy means red-haired soldier's sons or ruddy warrior, and it mentions that he had the red hair. And then on the side letter, it actually kind of looks like Josh's handwriting, and there's probably pictures of his handwriting. And it really does look like his handwriting. It's kind of weird. Clancy mentions his 9th year. It was then that I began to contemplate the existential and decide what type of impression I wanted my life to make. 21 Pilots is 9 years old. This could be taken as the boys understanding the weight of the band. They are looking out with new awareness. We're also in the 9th month of the hiatus. Clancy is frustrated towards the end of the paragraph. He says, as a child, I looked upon Dema with wonder. Today I'm wrought with frustration, because of a looming wall that kept us here. It was upon my 9th year that I learned that Dema wasn't my home. This village, after all of this time, was my trap. Being in the 9th month hiatus, this hints more that it's time for Tyler and Josh to come back. Here's a second paragraph. Before Clancy realized he was trapped, he had a deep affection for Dema. He saw the walls as a safe haven. Clancy mentions responsibilities being easy, being able to do them with minimal effort. His community was like-minded. There was a bishop in charge. Everyone worked well and efficient to represent the bishop with honor. Dema was familiar. It was consistent and dependable. Next slide. Clancy explains there are 9 bishops. Killen is the bishop of Clancy's region. Killen was known for being straightforward and honest. Everyone in Killen's district loved and respected him. While there is talk of other bishops being cold and ruthless, maybe the advantage of their positions of power, Killen's was reversed and admired. Clancy ends the letter with, we were all proud to serve. All of this is in past tense up until Clancy's 9th year. These feelings were all true. In the next picture of the failed perimeter escape by Dema Council, violation of section blah blah blah, violence code of conduct. Pretty much saying that Clancy tried to escape and now has to wear a badge, a failed attempt badge. Which if you look at part of the badge, you can actually tell that it's the few, proud, emotional. FPE is taken from fairly local as the few, the proud, and emotional, or failed perimeter escape. There's a connection. Now we're going to look at the picture of the kid. So some believe the original photo is actually of Andre Whale and his sister Simone Whale. Andre Whale, 1906 to 1998, was a French mathematician known for the foundational work in number theory, algebraic geometry. And Simone, 1909 through 1943, was a philosopher, mystic, and political activist. Given their age difference of only 3 years, I believe the photo is actually one of Andre's daughters. Pretty much, Andre is the one who actually created the null symbol, which is the crossed out O we see all over the blurry face era of 21 Pilots. More info now. So there are 4 outer sections of Dema. If you look at the Tower of Science, there are in fact only 4 little sections. Each have 3 rows of 9 rectangles, except top right section, which has 3 rows of only 8. And that is the Keon's district that was mentioned from Clancy and Heavy Dirty Soul, pretty much. Then it mentions Necropolis means cemetery. The people of Dema are ruled by 9 bishops and live in the middle of a very large tower of silence. There are 9 inner districts. We know that Clancy was part of Bishop Keon's district, and that Keon's is associated with the song Heavy Dirty Soul. Outside the district circle, at the top it reads Limit, and the bottom reads Glorious Vista, which means beautiful view. It could explain why Clancy loved and felt safe in Dema. The view makes him believe Dema is a wonderful place, but in reality no one's allowed past the limit. Clancy realizes this and now knows Dema to be a trap. So next slide, this is the moon theory, pretty much. If you take all the dates that were given, you know, Josh's and Tyler's birthdays, the release date of some of the albums, if you look at the patterns and you put them in order, you see kind of a pattern. They figured out that Blurryface is a new moon, and all these moon dates have a correlation. And then if you look at some that aren't mentioned, you actually get 2 different dates, pretty much. On this piece of paper here, you get the blueprint of Dema from Vessel's birthday. If you look at regional at best, you get the photo of the girl. And then on the self-titled birthday, you get the vultures. On Tyler's birthday, you get the FP failed escape. On Josh's, you get the letter. And pretty much it corresponds to all that. If we remember the I from July 6, 2017, the very first lyric was from Polarize. You'll have to come and find me is the only lyric from the I that doesn't say something about sleeping, nighttime, or darkness, which is true. It had nothing related to do with that. We know Clancy is trying to escape Dema. The error messages warned us. The compass lies, east is up, west wall blocked. He's still there. It is our job to help find him, guide him through, and get him out. We know I'm not going to pronounce it, but they pretty much see the earth as sacred. See fire and earth as sacred. A lyric in Polarize is Domingo and Fuego, which translates to Sunday on fire, and then it mentions if and when something happens, it'll be on a Sunday, which very well could be tomorrow. If you connect this all, it looks a lot like tomorrow. Right now as we speak, actually, if you go to Top Today, or just mainly a lot of 21 Pilots update Twitters and whatnot, 21 Pilots has been updating their website like all the time today. There's constant updates. People have noticed that there was a new YouTube thing. You can't find a link, but they're noticing that they're putting YouTube video in the website and a bunch of weird stuff. You can't go look at it right now. You can only see it in the source code of the website, but they notice that they're updating it constantly today. And it's the 28th, so who knows? And it's starting to get late, and I'm just saying, whoo, I'm probably going to do what I said in my other video where I record myself. Anyway, let's get back into this. Hopefully I can edit this before something happens, if something happens. The second verse from Doubt, track 8 off Blurryface reads, gnawing on the bishops, claw our way up the system, repeating simple phrases. Someone holy insisted, I want the markings made on my skin to mean something to me again. Hope you haven't left without me. Hope you haven't left without me, please. Does this all sound kind of familiar? We know the bishops in other districts are said to be corrupt. They are given false directions. The mark could refer to the badge of failed escape. Clancy is finally recognizing the lies told by the bishops. His once convenient and simple responsibilities are now pointless tasks given to him by those in authority to keep him distracted. He sees the truth he wants out of Dema. The songs off other albums work well with the Dema narrative as well. We can easily see that this story, World of Dema, has been in the works for some time. Verses from the Run and Go track 8 off Vessel reads, I can't take them on my own. Oh, I'm not the one you know. No, I am up against the wall, for I hear them coming down the hall. I have killed the man, and all I know is I'm on the run and go. Right? Clancy is doing whatever it takes to escape Dema. He can't do it alone. He can hear people coming. He's trapped up against the wall. West wall is blocked. He needs our help. Now I mentioned Slowtown. Slowtown is track 4 off regional at best. The lyrics to the song could be interpreted as the bishop trying to distract Clancy from ever leaving before Clancy realized Dema was a trap. This is how he felt. Now the bishop's trying to play that up. Just slow down, take it easy, relax, etc. Track 1 off Vessel, Ode to Sleep, is one of their oldest songs in 21 Pilots discography, and verse 1 reads, I wake up fine and dandy, but then by the time I find it handy to rip my hearts apart and start planning my Christ landing, I go up, 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 up to the ceiling. Then I feel my soul start leaving, like an old man's hair receding. I'm pleading, please, oh please, on my knees, repeatedly asking why it's got to be like this. Is this living free? I don't want to be the one who has the sun's blood on my hands. I'll tell the moon, take this weapon forged in darkness. Some see a pen, I see a harpoon. Keeping Dema in mind, one could interpret this as Clancy, remembering his time of being a pilot. He'd rather crash land than be stuck in Dema. He isn't living free. Towers of Silence don't have roofs. Roots. He can imagine floating through the non-existent ceiling at night. He looks at the moon, wishing he were free. So pretty much here's a bunch of, Sundays and nines. We know the band uses social media to hint upcoming events, lyrics, etc. Sunday, Domingo en Fuego. Sunday on Fire. September 17, 2017. A Sunday. Josh changes Bitmoji to a fireman, hinting that something may drop on Sunday. So is a fireman. After the Dema website was found, Josh changes Bitmoji to a detective. Now, stuff about the 9. Mark, the videographer, posted this on Instagram. It's pretty much dice that shows a 9. Brad, their photographer, posted this on Instagram. So they both posted pictures of 9s. We're in the 9th year at 21 Pilots. We're in the 9th month of hiatus. Clancy mentions 9 years in his letter when he realized Dema was a trap. The shirt design is 9 skeletons in the circle, which was one of the first designs that came out after the hiatus started. Also, 29th is 9 days into the update, and of course, Domingo en Fuego, Polarize. Polarize is the 9th track off Blurry Face. Now, you can also look at some of 21 Pilots' older designs. It honestly all kind of reminds, and these are like official designs, they all kind of remind me of a Tower of Silence. Here's another thing about the moon theory. Taking what we know so far, Clancy is representative of Josh. Red hair on the moon day on Clancy's letter was Josh's birthday. At Artopia on June 23rd, 2017, Josh wore a shirt with a waning gibbous on it, which is one of the moon dates, which isn't actually, there yet. Moon on it, thus completing moon cycle, leaving full moon the last open space, which if you guys literally look at the picture, he's wearing a shirt with the exact moon crescent there. Like, this is so weird. The moon could also represent the eye closing and opening and closing. If this is true, it would make sense that we would be looking for a full moon. So we can speculate the album will be on a full moon and on a Sunday. There are 2 this year, April 29th and August 26th, with April being the 9th month in the hiatus. I believe something will happen April 29th. With this in mind, I really hope it's not August 26th, because that's a long time from now, but who knows. Also, if you guys notice all the dates, May is also the date of Blurry Face being released, May like 17th or something like that. So maybe if nothing happens tomorrow, I think the next date to be looking for is the anniversary of Blurry Face, and maybe check up on the website, see if they updated anything, but who knows. This is probably the last theory I will post. If the 29th is wrong, who knows, I don't know. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much the most of the stuff that's coming from all of this. There's not much more to it. There is some little stuff I'd recommend following Top Today, or following a lot of other 21 Pilots YouTubers, Twitters, etc. But personally for me, I don't know, I think this is kind of a cool theory, and who knows what's going to happen. It's a lot taken. I really hope something happens today. If not, who knows. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't, then dislike it. If you did, then like it. Hey, maybe that should be my outro. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please show up, like, and commenting, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.